Welcome to Withdraw Consent. I'm Victor. He's Jack. What's on your mind?
Okay, so you clicked on this, so you know the title of this video. I know the title of the video. Victor doesn't. So I'm going to pitch the idea that you clicked on to him. Okay, so we've got the situation where President Trump has been indicted, 34 counts of sealed indictment. Don't know what, right? And you got all these people on the internet who were saying like, hey, don't go to protests. They're going to be false flags. You got people saying, hey, go to protests, but don't enter federal buildings because it's going to be a false flag, right? And so basically my idea here is that people are so now, people who are in the know, like yourself and us, are so in the know that they're going to do a false flag that I'm going to make a prediction that there's going to be a different type of false flag.
Oh, okay.
So the prediction that I'm going to make may not come true, but if it does come true, it's going to be on the internet, which is going to be great. So we'll see. But possibly what could happen is a hardcore MAGA supporter, like really hardcore, is going to assassinate District Attorney Bragg.
Okay.
It's not going to be a hardcore MAGA supporter. It's either going to be a federal agent who also we have pictures of, say, being at January 6th, so he's probably is hardcore MAGA, right? Or he actually is a hardcore MAGA supporter who's either part of a militia or a lone wolf and has been talked into it by a federal cell, you know?
Oh, okay.
But I'm just throwing this out there that this would be something where it's like, it would galvanize the left.
Okay.
Or Democrats. I don't even like the left nonsense, but you know, anti-Trump people would be like, oh, now we have to crack down.
Right.
Merrick Garland would be like, now we can crack down. Biden would be like, now we can crack down. Even though I don't think that there's people out there that want to assassinate this dude, because it's a show trial hocus. Like nobody even believes in this stuff.
Right.
And so, boom. What do you think?
I think it's an interesting idea. It kind of goes in line with like COVID. They needed a reason to seize power, to seize more, and this gives them, like what you're proposing would give them power for taking guns, for expanding that everyone on the right is a domestic terrorist, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't think it would surprise me. I thought when you were first talking about this that someone on the right was going to use this as a reason to do something bad and then blame it on someone doing a false flag.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like a double,
right?
Something
interesting. Which you could do at this point,
right? Because everyone would believe it.
You would convince pro-Trump people, pro-shrimp people, pro-Trump people, right? Because there's been so many. That's an interesting insight. Yeah. Okay, so Biden. There was this scene that happened recently, and they asked Biden, they were like, hey, so, like, how are you going to stop President Trump from coming to power? Because, his political movement has a lot of power. And he said, ha, 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 like they don't got any political power. And then he said, we're going to use every legal constitutional means possible to prevent him from becoming president. Right? So we're not going to win an election. Right. We're not going to get more votes than him.
We're going to try to remove him before.
Right. We don't have the will of the people.
That is insane.
Right. And then you see the idea about Bragg, and it could be consented by Biden.
Right.
Did you see when he admitted that we were going to do the Nord Stream pipeline?
No. Okay.
So this is before the war. Great. And they asked him, hey, like, what are you going to do to stop, Russia? And he said, well, if the tanks roll over the border, right, of Ukraine, we're going to stop the Nord Stream pipeline. And of course, like, oh, follow up. Hey, but that's under German control. And he's like, don't worry, we'll stop it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when he's saying these things, it's like, there's people who are like top secret clearance and they're like, oh no, well, that meeting was secret, Right. And so when it comes to the stopping Trump thing, I think they could even like sometimes they keep things away from the president, like they don't got to tell him that they're doing certain things. I think they could just tell this dude and he'd be like, oh, yeah, that's constitutional, right? Legal. And they're like, yeah, brother. Right. He's like, okay.
And even like these things that are said out loud that shouldn't be said out loud, the American people don't do anything anyway. So
it really doesn't matter.
They can do what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's probably people in the back room also just scoffing at Americans.
Right.
It's like, whatever. They're not going to do anything at all. Not 100%. One thing.
Right.
Right. They might vote harder.
Totally, because that'll work this time.
Could totally work.
That's what I hear.
So, anyways, if he does get assassinated, boom, I win. Right? Not really.
Right.
I'm just saying. It'd be funny if they fake assassinated him and just shoved him off somewhere like you're doing your national service duty. I don't know.
I think cool enough shipping him to Siberia.
Or just like witness protection, like we need you to be the fall guy for this. And just there's not even anybody dead. And the federal agent, like what they create a fake Facebook and all that, for going back 10 years. Anyways, so if you see something like this happen.
Or maybe not even the specific instance.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like they haven't really gotten into political assassinations yet.
Right.
If you discount the Clintons. But those aren't really political. I believe those are personal.
For their own self-protection. Yeah.
Right. And the foundation and all that.
Right.
But I mean, like the FBI doesn't typically assassinate people. You could put in some comments, some examples, and they have done things, They wired the Oklahoma City bombing building,
Yeah.
They machine gunned down the Waco people.
Women and children.
Yeah. But like precise
just
assassinations.
one. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
So what do you think? Is there any weight behind this? Do you think this could happen? Give us your thoughts. See you next time.